Hello and welcome to the Tennis Podcast. My name is Nick.
And I'm Brandon.
Here's how this show works. Each week, me or Brandon will come prepared with the top 10-ish list that we have researched independently. Our lists are going to be based on facts, not opinions, so we won't be doing any personal top 10 lists.
And we're going to cover topics like the deadliest animals, the highest grossing animated films, the most prolific serial killers. There'll be a little bit for everybody.
Like we said at the top, one of us has a list prepared. This week, that's me. And for our debut episode, Brandon has no idea what the top 10 list is until this very moment. Brandon, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Today, we're going to be looking at the top 10 most successful video game franchises of all time. Franchise would include any and all games relating to a series. So probably no surprise that Mario is on this list, and that would include any and all Mario games relating to Mario.
Right.
That's how the franchise definition will work. We're going to go over the top 10 for the guessing portion. I have more than the top 10 in case you guess any of those. Before we dive into the top 10, Brandon, do you have any guesses on which games are definitely not on the list? What games are least likely to appear? What game franchises are least likely to appear on this list?
I'm going to make a bold move and say Pac-Man is not on the list. Despite having an entire family of Pacs, a Pac-Man, a Miss Pac-Man, and I think little Pac-Boys.
Pac-Man is not in the list of the top 100, the top 10. Pac-Man has sold 43 million copies, though, so it is in the top, I don't have a number next to it, probably top 50. Pac-Man is on there, not the top 10. I'll tell you a game franchise that I was pretty sure was not on this list. The South Park video game franchise.
I have played several of the South Park games. Remember playing a first-person shooter South Park game on Nintendo 64, which would be about 20 years ago. And I just recently played not The Stick of Truth, but another one of those role-playing games from South Park. And they are funny, but they are among the, for an actual video game experience, they're incredibly boring.
I've never played one. I do not plan to.
Snob.
Yeah, that's me. Another game I was pretty sure was not on this list was Nintendogs. Have you heard of Nintendogs?
I don't know is that like a Tamagotchi?
Yes, it's a Game Boy series. I came into this thinking that game has probably not sold a ton. It's actually sold over 27 million copies. It's in the top 50.
It just gave me an idea of something that might be on this list. I'm jonesing to get into this list. And before we start, I want to tell you about a weird, creepy, gross game that I got to play. Like an infamously creepy, gross game. A long time ago, probably 15 years ago, I house sat for a couple and they're video game collectors. And I don't think I would be exaggerating to say they had every video game for every system since the early 80s, including some very hard to find games. And there was a game for Atari that you can Google this and look it up. I'm sure it's been on cracked.com in articles several times. There's a game for the Atari called Custer's Revenge that features a crude figure of Custer, nude except for a hat, with a flagging boner. And he has to get from the left side of the screen to the right.
Wait, how was the ass?
Flat.
Hate that.
He had to get from the left side to the right side of the screen, dodging arrows, I believe it was, to get to the Indian woman on the right side of the screen, where I believe he rapes her in a very pixelated manner.
I'd say
and I played that. My friend got married that summer while I was house sitting, and we decided to have part of his bachelor party up in this gaming room, and during it, we discovered Custer's Revenge.
This is not anything like the game you just explained, but you explaining that game made me think of a random weird game I saw one time, which was, do you remember in Burger King commercials, there was the King?
Yes, I played those games.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea how popular or not popular those were, but I saw someone playing it one time and I couldn't believe it. You are the Burger King, which is
you sneak around and scare people, right?
Right.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Just couldn't believe it. Burger King. So the way this will work, too, is I have the list in front of me. Brandon, again, did not know what this list was before I said it a few minutes ago.
I was precariously close to knowing.
He will guess, and once he guesses a certain amount, we'll go through kind of a speed round to round out the list. So, Brandon, why don't you go ahead and name off a few games that you're pretty certain are going to be in the top 10.
We know Mario is on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where is he? Where's the Mario franchise on the list? Is it number 1 or number 2?
It is a little of both. We have 2 Mario franchises taking spots 1 and 2. Number 2 is the Super Mario franchise. First released in September 1985 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. The Super Mario franchise includes those in the core Super Mario series. So this would be Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 64, the recent Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch. Those are part of the series. That franchise alone has sold 328 million units, which is incredible. 24 games in the main series. Again, the most recent Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch, which is a great game on a great console. I am a Switch owner.
Stop saying that. My wife won't let me get one.
Oh, your wife is making you have a baby. You can make her get you a Switch.
It's all part of my plan.
The highest selling...
I gave her a baby. I gave her a human who's going to be alive and have to be fed and clothed all the time
and
for the rest of our lives. And in turn, I'm going to get a $300 gaming console.
And I guarantee you that your little human baby will never live up to the legacy of Super Mario.
Not that Odyssey game. I've seen reviews. It looks amazing. Well, I guess that's where I expect Super Mario, but I'm confused about what the other Mario franchise consists of.
Yeah, real quick on Super Mario, the highest selling single game was Super Mario Brothers, the original on the Nintendo Entertainment System. 40 million units alone on that one game.
Because it came packaged with the system.
Yep. That's going to be a theme throughout this list, by the way. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was the second highest selling at 30 million, and the Super Mario Odyssey, the most recent entry in the series, 11 million so far in just less than a year, which is pretty remarkable.
So and one more coming before the end of 2018.
There is?
No, one more purchase.
Oh.
Mine.
That's right. 11 million and one for Mr. Brandon. The other Mario taking up the top spot. You tell me if this is kind of cheating. This is Mario as a whole, which includes the Super Mario franchise inside of it, but it also includes Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Sports, Mario role-playing games like Paper Mario, which I highly recommend. That is number 1. 561 million total units across all video games with the Mario title.
I mean, I guess it's still up to whomever makes the list, but no, I think I can accept those being separate. The other Mario stuff does a really good job of retaining some of the the classic imagery and even sound effects of the main Mario franchise, but you cannot care anything at all about a side scroller or a three-dimensional sandbox game with Mario and still think that all of the Mario Kart games are those can all still be your favorite games. Right.
And the Mario Kart franchise I own every single game in there. Same with I don't own every Mario Party, but pretty close. I'm a big Mario fan. I own dozens of Mario games. The Mario character, do you know what game he first appeared in, Brandon?
Jumpman. Or he was called Jumpman in Donkey Kong.
That's right, Donkey Kong arcade game released in 1981. And they're making a Mario movie.
Another one?
Yeah, well, so they made those ones that were pretty terrible in the 80s, I think?
Yeah, they featured those little pin-headed lizard guys.
Yeah. Well, they're making another one. And
John Leguizamo.
Who was that? He played Mario?
He played Luigi. He's just he's an actor. I guess he's kind of a spaz.
Who played Mario?
British actor Bob Hoskins, who also played the detective in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Eddie Valiant.
Brandon, if I had a nickel for every fucking time you bring up Roger Rabbit...
I haven't thought about Roger Rabbit in years. Okay, let's get back to the list.
You have brought him up a few times. Okay, so we got number 1, Mario, which includes everything Mario. Number 2, Super Mario, which is specific to the Super Mario core series.
Mm-hmm. Zelda?
No, Zelda I was certain would be on this list, but it is not. Zelda is the 20th highest selling franchise of all time, 93 million units, but it is not in the top 10.
Well, then I'm going to think about other franchises, other games that were packaged with consoles, and that would include Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog is not on the list of top 10. Sonic the Hedgehog's franchise is number 16 with a 114 million units sold.
For those who were born too late to enjoy a world with clean air and hope for the future, Sonic was bundled as part of the Sega Genesis 16-bit video gaming system.
I got to tell you about Sonic. I enjoy Sonic. I like it. I played the originals on the Sega. I think, unlike Mario, I get bored of Sonic quicker. They seem a little more of the same to me. Mario seems to have more variety within each individual game, whereas Sonic is kind of, to me. But I know there's some people out there that live and die by Sonic. Got Sonic tattooed on their ass.
I have no loyalty to Sonic.
I like Sonic okay. I'm just saying he's no Mario.
Let's see. How about Grand Theft Auto?
You're a fan of Grand Theft Auto, right?
I love Grand Theft Auto.
You will appreciate that Grand Theft Auto franchise is number 5 on this list. 250 million units sold. For comparison, Super Mario alone, not Mario, Super Mario had 328 million. Grand Theft Auto, 250.
My wife is horrified by Grand Theft Auto. I can only play it after my child has gone to bed, and I normally play it with earbuds in. My earbuds are connected to the Xbox controller, so no one else has to listen to it. Because in Grand Theft Auto 5, even if you just want to drive around and get interesting vehicles to jump over ramps or fly around in, if you get close to people and annoy them in the game, they'll tell you to fuck off or eat shit. So you can't even just drive around without coarse language coming from the game. And I also like to kill prostitutes after dark.
That's what I was going to... I played the original 2 Grand Theft Autos, which were the ones where you... What's that?
It was a top-down, right?
Yeah, top-down viewpoint. Yeah, and I love the one on the PlayStation 1, Grand Theft Auto 2. Played it all the time, made all kinds of trouble and hijinks. I have never played any of them after that. But when I see clips of them or I see my friends play them, I'm always, I have no problem with violence or blood or nudity. I watch all kinds of rated R films, and there's a lot of nudity in my own house, and language, and violence. Maybe not the violence. But it always shocks me that some of that stuff's in a video game. I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just saying it shocks me.
I think it's rated M for mature.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about them. They're great games.
Yeah.
I can't wait for another one to come out. Similar to Grand Theft Auto is the, also by Rockstar, is the Red Dead Redemption series, and they have a new one of those coming out later this year.
I've heard good things about that. So, Grand Theft Auto, the highest selling game in the franchise was Grand Theft Auto 5, which is the most recent one, sold to over 90 million units. And did you know that? So, Grand Theft Auto 5, 90 million. The original Grand Theft Auto on PC and PlayStation 1 sold only 1 million to this day. So, I think there's a pretty big difference between the first 2 games and everything after that. It's almost like a lot of people that play the current games have never even played the originals.
No, I never got to play the originals. Yeah. I never had the first PlayStation.
Yeah, and that's not true for everything. Like I think Mario, most people who have played some of the recent games have played the original few.
I was literally playing Mario before you were born.
You got Mario, Super Mario, and Grand Theft Auto so far.
Fallout?
No.
Fallout series is not on there. I would guess neither then is BioShock.
No, neither of those are on here. Fallout is in the top, I don't have a number, but top 50-ish. 31 million units sold.
I know one that's got to be on here. Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Pokemon is the only one that could give Super Mario a run for his money. Pokemon is number 3, right behind the 2 Mario entries. 309 million units.
When you were talking about Nintendo bugs or whatever they are, that's when I thought
Nintendo bugs,
little critters, little critters you can take care of on a video game. That's Pokemon. I don't care to know any more details than that.
For our millions of listeners, Brandon did not grow up in the Pokemon generation. He has no loyalty to it, no knowledge of it. I myself grew up a Pokemon player. I had the cards, I had the games, I watched the show, I had the shirt, and I actually still play Pokemon on my Nintendo 3DS to this day. What do you think about that, Brandon? Am I less of a man in your eyes?
No. I'm too open-minded to judge you for it. I can just say that I don't get it. I find it insanely funny. Their names and what they grow into and what they do.
No, they don't grow. They evolve.
Exactly. And my kid was into them for about a month. And yesterday we were at the store and I suggested a Pokemon toy to him, and he said he's no longer interested in Pokemon. And I was not without some sense of relief, just because I'm so unfamiliar with it, and it makes me laugh all the time.
It is interesting how Pokemon is so appealing to kids, teens, adults, all ages. All of my friends around my age are into Pokemon. And I remember a memory of when I was probably 10, 11, was very into Pokemon, especially the cards, which were banned from my school because the kids wouldn't stop playing it during class. When I was around 10 or 11, around Christmas time, I knew where my parents hid the presents. So I would go in, and there was stacks of Pokemon card booster packs. You know, the pack of like 15 cards, and I knew that I could take a few off the top, and my mom would never notice. So
oh my God.
I would open some of those and take them before Christmas. And I remember my dad telling me that Christmas that this was the last year he was going to let my mom get me Pokemon cards because I was getting too old for them.
Did they ever know that you were skimming off the top?
They never said anything, no.
Do they know now?
No, and I'm going to doubt they're going to ever listen to this. So
I feel like they deserve to know. Madden football.
Yeah, Madden's on here. Madden is... Oh, actually, no, it's not. Madden is number 13 outside the top 10. Madden
Nuts.
football, which includes dozens of entries in the series, 130 million, not on the top 10. Going back to Pokemon for a minute, I was just going to mention 309 million units sold. There's 30 games in the main series, dozens of spin-offs. The next games are coming this November on the Nintendo Switch. And there's also, not even included in this 309 million number, 800 million mobile game downloads alone. You never got into the Pokemon Go craze either, did you?
I caught one on... I caught one on my plate at a restaurant once, and
like it's a catfish.
And then I quit. Okay, let me think here. Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris is number 8. 170 million units sold. For the few of you out there who have not played Tetris, it is a great puzzle game on pretty much every console you can think of, including your mobile phone. First appeared in 1984 on the PC. What do you think of Tetris, Brandon? You have any good Tetris memories?
I played the hell out of Tetris on the original Nintendo. I don't know what else to tell you. I love the music from it, and that's it. I like Tetris. I never would have. Honestly didn't think it would be on this list, but it must be because it was packaged with early consoles, and they're also counting mobile device.
Well, and PC. And also, there's just so many versions of it out now. And did you know that Tetris, I'm not sure which one off the top of my head, but one of the Tetris games is the number 1 selling individual game in the world, more than any of the Mario games. But as a franchise, it's number 8.
Always holding out for that 1x4 long and skinny block.
Oh, yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy is number 12. It falls outside the top 10.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I have no idea what's going on with those.
Yeah, I've never played them either, but I have friends that are super into it, and yeah, I don't have much else to add either.
How about Kingdom Hearts? Same thing. I don't know hardly anything about it, although it seems strange. It's Disney characters.
It seems strange. Is that because it's not killing prostitutes in Grand Theft Auto? Is that why it seems strange?
That is very straightforward. It is strange to see Mickey Mouse and Pluto wearing medieval armor alongside white people who look humanoid.
White people. You want to expand on that?
I've only seen white people in the game. I don't have an explanation for it. I've just
If Pluto killed one of these, quote, white people with a chainsaw, the same way you can do to a prostitute in Grand Theft Auto 5, would you like Kingdom Hearts more, and would it seem less strange to you?
I think killing someone with a chainsaw in a video game makes a lot more sense than these Disney characters cavorting around a science fiction fantasy setting.
It's a role-playing game, and fun is fun, even if you can't understand the premise as an outsider.
Well, is it on there?
No. It's not.
I got it. Halo.
I was sure Halo would be like number 4 or 5, and Halo is not even in the top 20. Halo is the 25th with 71 million units.
Now I'm getting frustrated. I'm going to make...
Can we pause on Halo for a minute?
Okay.
Halo is one of those games that ruined my teen years. Do you care to know why?
Were you too into it, or were you too into the game, or were you too into being a troll?
I was not into Halo, but every single fucking living being around me was Halo 24/7. I couldn't get anyone to hang out with me.
All these healthy, strapping, testosterone-driven young men wanting to play this war game. And there's you in the corner with
playing my Pokemon.
with your Pokemon on a Nintendo DS.
But they were playing Pokemon too. But see, Halo was, when people hung out, they played Halo. And I like to, go out and do stuff, but Halo ruined that for me. I remember friends would take a sick day from school because, I was still in middle and high school when these all came out. They would stay home from school to play the game when a new game came out.
I only stayed home from school to play one game, and it was GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. I have a lot of good memories of hand chopping people.
I hate Halo because it's the game that made me realize I'm not good at video games. Every time I played with a multiplayer, or especially if I play online multiplayer, I might as well have no arms or legs.
You got teabagged a lot, huh?
I am. That's why they call me the teacup. My gamer tag is teacup.
Give me a few more guesses, and then I'll give you some hints. Think about games that everyone knows, everyone talks about. There's some obvious ones on here.
Hubert.
What the fuck? Is that a real game?
It was on Atari and original Nintendo. Okay, not Hubert. Got it.
Never heard of it. Sorry.
FIFA Soccer.
You got it, brother.
Really?
Number 9. FIFA. 35 games in the series have sold 150 million units.
I never played a FIFA game.
No, and I think I have to assume that the vast majority of sales for that game are from outside the U.S.
I would think so.
First appeared in December 1993 for the Sega Genesis.
And if Madden is not in the top 10, I'm going to guess that are there any other sports games in the top 10?
There's a racing game.
Is it Forza?
No.
I don't know. You'll have to tell me the racing game.
Need for Speed.
I've played a Need for Speed game. Where's that at?
Number 10. 24 games in the series, in the main series at least. 150 million units sold. First appeared in December 93 on the Saturn and PlayStation 1.
I don't really have much to say about it. I played one of the games, and it was fun. It's not anything like driving a real car, but it's fun.
Was killing the prostitute in Grand Theft Auto 5 anything like actually killing a prostitute in real life?
It is much easier in the game than in real life. They put up quite a bit of fight, and you can't just run around willy-nilly and kill more than one in a night.
There's some serial killers that might disagree with you on that. Another thing about Need for Speed is that, did you ever see the movie in 2014 with Aaron Paul?
I did not. I know it was his feature film debut post Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never saw it either. Didn't look interesting to me. I love Aaron Paul. I love Breaking Bad, but didn't need to see that movie. Got terrible reviews, 22% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it did gross 200 million worldwide. There's some facts that you didn't ask for about Need for Speed. All right, so let's review what you have so far. You got number 10, Need for Speed. Number 9, FIFA. Number 8, Tetris. You're missing 7-6. You got number 5 at Grand Theft Auto. You're missing number 4. You got Pokemon at 3, Super Mario at 2, and Mario at 1. So let me give you a few hints here.
Yeah.
Think about games that were packaged with a console. What is the most obvious game in that category? I mean, it's in the title of the game. The name of the console is in the title of the game. You're killing me. The name of the console is in the title of the game. How many games do you know like that?
Wii Sports.
Yeah, well, the Wii franchise series, which includes Wii Sports, Wii Play, Wii Fit, Wii Party. That is number 6.
Gotcha.
With 202 million total units sold. 83 million of those was Wii Sports alone, which was packaged with the original Wii. And I got to tell you, Wii changed everything.
I wish I never owned one. I played one.
What?
Well, I never owned one, but I played one many times. That belonged to other
Wiis
people.
are like in nursing homes, hospitals. Everyone played the Wii.
Well, I did. I just didn't own it. Other people owned it. My parents had one, and I was over at their house all the time.
Did you play Wii Sports?
I loved Wii Sports.
What was your sport of choice?
Bowling and tennis.
I always went with golf. The bowling, I don't know. It never seemed to work right with releasing the button at the right time. I'd get frustrated because I would always have to what do you call that? Rethrow?
Recalibrate?
No, re-swing your arm, throw the ball. I look like an idiot.
I don't know what to tell you. I just thought of one. Is the Guitar Hero series on here?
No, that's another one I was really sure would be maybe, 9 or 10, but it is not.
More of the tactile gaming, rather than just using your thumbs. I thought maybe that would be on here too, because it was huge. I remember Guitar Hero for a while. Almost everyone had a little guitar at their house. I thought it was super fun. I still like to play it, but I don't have that stuff anymore.
So I get made fun of for playing Pokemon, and meanwhile you're fake shredding on a little toy guitar. Got it.
Well, I air guitar too quite a bit. I don't have much shame in pretend guitar playing.
Let me name off a few franchises that people might be surprised are nowhere near the top 10. Or maybe not. Some of these are near the top 10, but not. We've already said Sonic, Zelda, Halo. What about Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong is ranked 31st with 56 million units.
Yeah, I mean, I really only know Donkey Kong Country and then that original game.
Well, I mean, that's the whole franchise is Donkey Kong Country.
Well, it's not much of a franchise.
Here's some more. I'll just read these off and then you can comment after. James Bond, which includes GoldenEye, Tomb Raider, SimCity, Gran Turismo, Just Dance, Crash Bandicoot, Elder Scrolls, Tekken, Pac-Man, Street Fighter, Civilization, Medal of Honor, Star Wars, Kirby, Mortal Kombat, Diablo, and NBA Live, Mega Man, and I could go on, but none of those are in the top 10. Go ahead.
I got it. When you said one of those you said Medal of Honor, Call of Duty.
Yes, sir. Call of Duty is number 4, right after Pokemon.
That's another, in the same vein of Halo. I can play a Call of Duty game through the single player mission based. But as soon as I play online, I'm like, this is worthless.
Yeah,
I can't do it. I don't know what the buttons do. People are way too fast. I don't know how they aim that quickly. That 360 nailed them in the head, no scope crap. All these games where the kids play online, I know it's kids.
Stop. The kids?
I know it's kids because I hear them. They have nasally little voices. What they do is they'll have pistols. They have really fast shooting pistols. And I have a nice big rifle, and they can just shoot me immediately, like right between the eyes.
I don't even try with first-person shooters online, like, at all anymore. I did that with Destiny recently on the Xbox One, and quickly was reminded why I don't do that.
I played Grand Theft Auto online, and that was a big part of a big part of Grand Theft Auto 5 was this online gaming experience as part of it. And I played, I don't know, maybe a total of 2 hours on it. And I can't do it. I don't like playing online with these ubermensch video game players. All right, there's one left. It's number 7. It's somewhere in between the Wii franchise and Tetris.
Yep. You want a hint?
I gotta have a hint.
All right. What can I say? I won't give this away. It is primarily a PC game.
Minecraft.
No, though that's number 11.
Oh, primarily. Oh, World of Warcraft.
No, but that was a good guess.
You're just going to have to tell me then. There's no way I'm going to guess this. Civilization. Sims.
Number 7 is The Sims, which...
It is Sims.
Yeah, it's The Sims. 200 million units sold. There's 4 games in the main series. Last released in 2013. They're due for another one soon.
There was a Sims game released to Xbox One recently. Sims 4 or Sims 5, something like that. I played a demo of it. Or no, I ordered it through GameFly, the rental service, the video game rental service. And the controls between PC and Xbox One were so poorly mapped, or the experience was so poorly translated, that I literally could not get past the setup menu, and was, glad that I never paid anything for it beyond part of my free GameFly.
Was that before
trial.
or after you shook your fist at all the kids playing Halo Online?
That was way after. I've been shaking my fist at Halo since 2004.
And we just lost half our listeners that dropped off. They said, I'm out. He doesn't like Halo, I'm out.
This is the oldest man in the world. This is the oldest man to podcast.
All right, let's go through the top 10. We got number 1, Mario. Number 2, Super Mario. Number 3, Pokemon. Number 4, Call of Duty. Number 5, Grand Theft Auto. Number 6, Wii, which includes Wii Sports. Number 7, The Sims. Number 8, Tetris. Number 9, FIFA. Number 10, Need for Speed. And if you're curious, the next few are 11, Minecraft. 12, Final Fantasy. 13, Madden NFL. 14, Mario Kart as a standalone series. 15, Wii Sports as a standalone series. After that, you got Sonic, Lego, Assassin's Creed, Pro Evolution Soccer, and Zelda.
Where does Kingdom Hearts fall on that list? Or is it not on there?
It's not in the top 50, but it sold over 20 million. And there's a few other games that I was really surprised weren't on here. Oregon Trail, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Super Smash Brothers. Super Smash was included as part of the Mario franchise, but even the standalone I thought might show up on here. Rayman, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing is a mobile game, right?
They have a mobile game, but it's mostly a Nintendo. It's been on console and the 3DS. It's very popular, but not in the top. Yoshi's another one. What about Frogger and Pong?
Battletoads.
What is Battletoads?
Oh my god.
What about Lemmings? Lemmings not on here.
I never played Lemmings. I can't believe you never played Battletoads.
What is that?
It was one of those rare Nintendo Entertainment System games where the first player and second player could play simultaneously. You were humanoid toads who fight like alien monsters in space.
Did you say Super Nintendo or Nintendo?
Regular Nintendo.
Did you also call it regular Nintendo your whole life?
Yes.
Yeah, so did I. I don't know. Does anyone call it the just Nintendo or
NES?
I guess NES.
I tried to say Nintendo Entertainment System, and I just heard your befuddled silence on the other end until I... And though it's regular Nintendo. Oh, yeah, regular.
Yeah.
It used to come in a box, a brown plain box that just said regular on the side.
Brandon, why don't you tell our listeners, what's your favorite video game series? Is it Grand Theft Auto?
My favorite video game series is a tie between the Elder Scrolls series and the Lego series, actually. The Lego series can sometimes feel very repetitive, but it's always relaxing to play, and I can play it with a child in the room and not feel dirty.
Okay, well, I'm glad you don't feel dirty when there's a child in the room.
Only if I'm playing Lego.
Well, excellent.
I think that wraps it up for this week.
Well, you didn't ask what my favorite video game is.
You already told me it was the Mario series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But I get Mario's it's just such a generic answer. I thought I'd give my second favorite.
Yeah, what is your second favorite?
My second favorite video game. Well, first of all, to be very specific, my favorite Mario games are the Paper Mario series and Mario Kart. And the Super Mario series is great too. I also love me some Pokemon.
Catching Pokebugs.
And I'm also very into Zelda, especially I'm knee-deep in the most recent game right now on the Nintendo Switch, that console that your wife won't let you own.
I've heard that's a great game. I've seen video reviews, and
that might be the best game I've ever played, Breath of the Wild.
My desire grows stronger every day.
So that was the top video game franchises of all time. Is there anything else you want to say about video games before I close this out here, Brandon? They melt your brain, bad for your grades.
When I was in third or fourth grade, the Super Nintendo had just come out, and I wanted one desperately for Christmas. And my Nana had a big box under her Christmas tree that was shaped exactly like a Super Nintendo. In fact, there were 2 boxes shaped exactly like Super Nintendos, and they were heavy under her Christmas tree, one for me and one for my younger brother. And we were convinced that she had purchased us both Super Nintendos so that we could both play and not fight over it. And much to our disappointment, we found out that neither one of us got a Super Nintendo. We both got hand-crocheted Afghans.
Wait a minute. Neither of you got Super Nintendos?
No, I never had a Super Nintendo.
I thought you just said, maybe I misheard. I thought you just said that they got you each one.
No, we had convinced ourselves.
Oh, I was going to say, I was going to comment on it, like, damn, that you both got one? That's pretty good.
No, cool. These were the ideas of children. These were the inferences of children. Oh, we both received a Super Nintendo. There's no way we would both receive, as children, blankets for Christmas.
Well, you don't need a Super Nintendo when you got a blanket to play with, sleep with, snuggle with, hide, make forts with. I mean, all kinds of things you can do with a blanket. With a Nintendo, you can only do one thing. You can play it. So
you can play it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
I mean, look at you now. A successful businessman with no Nintendo Switch, no Super Nintendo. See, I was always a Nintendo kid growing up. I've owned every single Nintendo console to this day.
Well, as an adult, I built a retro gaming system, and I can get any Super Nintendo game that I want now. And I can only play them when my child isn't around because he takes it away from me.
I think we're done here, so I'm going to close us out. I'd like to thank everyone for giving us a chance and listening to us. If you enjoyed our show, please stick with us. We are still working out the kinks. This is brand new for us. Thank you for listening. And if you enjoyed the show, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can follow us on each of those at 10ishpod. That's 10ishpod. You can leave us feedback on this show. Leave us suggestions for future episodes. Let us know how much you did not enjoy Brandon's role in this show, how annoying you found his voice to be, how old you think he is, cuss him out about how great Halo is. Anything like that, that's what our social profiles are for.
Yeah, that's what I'll be checking them for.
And in the future, like we said at the top of the show, we will be running polls and asking for suggestions for episodes that we do in the future. We'll be back next week with a brand new top 10-ish list that Brandon will be doing. I will not know what it is until the minute we hit record. Thanks again for listening, Brandon. It's been fun.
Bye.
Bye. We'd like to thank Kevin MacLeod for his song Hackbeat, which we found on Incompetech.com for the official 10ish podcast theme. Enjoy.